For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation. Stay tuned. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Tuesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Wednesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Avery Bradley is out there with Green, and it's McGee in at the 5 spot. And for Chicago, Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the center position. Talk about rookies getting early playing time these days. Were you counted on much your first season? You had a terrific rookie year, obviously, but I'm guessing you did. You were counted on early.
Yeah, you know, for the high draft picks, you're usually going to go to a team that really needs your help. I was just blessed that I had great veterans, Hall of Fame veterans. When you look at guys like Chris Mullin, how about that? I was able to watch him practice and work and take care of his body. Latrell Sprewell, Billy Owens, all the great players, Avery Johnson. So I was counted on to do a lot, but those guys helped me do a lot, and they pumped confidence into me. I was able to steal their style, their work ethic. They showed me the ropes the right way, and I couldn't have been blessed with any better veterans for me to start off my career with.
And Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
First one falls for him. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And so Bradley nails both of them.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And Satoransky kicks to Porter. Six on the shot clock. Pulls up. No good. LeBron with some nice D. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Levine. Yep, that one goes.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
And then passes to Satoransky. Lets a floater go. He takes it up and lays it in.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
James with it. Now defended by Markkanen. James kicks to McGee. Back to James. Outside Bradley. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Davis. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to Indiana. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
I briefly spoke with Jim Boylan. This will be the first time they're going to be going up against LeBron, AD, and the Lakers. And Coach knows the kind of challenge that presents. Coach said, we need to play smarter than them this game, or things will fall apart fast. The athleticism on that roster is hard to match, so we need to beat them with our approach. I suppose that's mind over matter, guys.
Thank you, David. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. On the wing, Levine. He can't get that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots, having a little trouble finding their legs.
It's blocked.
The coaching staff loves this. They know marketing has the length needed to swat a lot of shots away.
Satoransky, the pass to Porter. And Davis pulls it down.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. From deep, Green. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. And now to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Lakers second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Outside, Markkanen. Porter against James. And that one's good by Porter.
You better wrap Porter up on these type of shots. When you don't, he fends off the contact well and finishes in style.
Outside, Green. Back to James. Outside, Bradley. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Markkanen. And too long on the shot.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Now here's Levine. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Indiana. That evens the score. Now LeBron. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup. And now a LeBron James here. He's coming off an excellent season, putting in about 27 points a game, 8 assists and 8 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
Here's Levine following the basket by LeBron James. And Levine, here we go. And the pass to Satoransky. Porter against James. It's stolen by Davis. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist by Davis.
Oh, and no shortage of speed. I mean, Bradley striking quickly in transition.
Bulls trail by 4. And here is Satoransky. Here's Levine. Outside Porter. Clock at 6. Back to Levine. Takes a 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
And because of his skill set, Levine often puts the defense in tight spots. I mean, you have to be careful guarding.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
And he's good on the first of 3. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And, Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Yeah, Kev, with the competitive nature of Zach LaVine is what drives him. I mean, he spoke up more for and against his team last season as they had a rough go in the standings.
And he nails the third. And with Levine, Chris, as you said, he was very frustrated with the losing last year.
Yeah, but you'd rather have a player who is vocal about it than one who doesn't care. Levine has the talent and mentality to be a star for this team and is desperate to make them a winner.
Bradley, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
The basketball mind of Bradley. He knows precisely when to try to score from this area.
Bradley against Saturansky. Outside Levine. This one for three. The shot's good on the assist by Saturansky. And it's 8 points for Zach Levine.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Bradley. And McGee kicks to Davis. They get a hand on it and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Let's check out some stats for McGee. He had a strong showing last season. Third in field goal percentage and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. Now here's Porter. Really struggled in the loss against Indiana. Here's Levine, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. It's Bradley on the wing. Saturansky covering. And James throws it down.
That's just crazy athleticism from James. His vertical is through the roof.
Passes it to Markkanen. Outside Levine. Carter, the pass to Porter. Here's Saturansky. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Bulls making a switch here. White's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Kuzma's checked in. Now here's Green. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's James missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Porter kicks to White. Outside, Markkanen. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Chicago making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Porter. The Lakers also making some changes. Howard's checked in for James. Caldwell Pope comes in for Green. And Cook subbed in for Bradley. Now here's Howard. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
And his impact wasn't just on offense. He played great D. Blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here is Cook. To the middle. Here's Davis. And easy 2 points on the layup. Davis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Bulls trail by 4. On the wing, Levine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him, throwing a oop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that'll say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
And so Levine nails both of them.
And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Now here's Davis. That one drops for him. Davis has got 8 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now here's Dunn. He's covered closely. Outside, White. Back to Dunn. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. Davis against Young. Davis dishes to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. Over Young. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Levine, good.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Lakers. Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
This is the chemistry Howard has with his guys. Fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oops.
Cornette passes to Levine. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Zahn. 6 to shoot. Fires it up. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Kuzma. That shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, Ro, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And then it starts to become a mental block. You start to think, oh, man, I can't miss the next one.
Here is Cook. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Davis. That one, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Dunn, wide open, he fires. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding how to send shots.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working around out his game. Growing as a defender, rebounder, and a playmaker.
C-Web last season, Kuzma making strides as a passer and as a defender.
Oh yeah, Kevin, that's because Rajon Rondo got him in the film room. Rondo! I mean, he improved his recognition, his rebounding. Still an area to work on.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Kyle Kuzma, a late pick in the 2017 draft, but he's shown that he's as strong a prospect as any.
Yeah, flew under the radar as a prospect, but came in with a very refined game and was an impact player early on. Has already started to expand his game. Should see an even bigger role as he develops as a player.
And both free throws good for Kuzma.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, Gia, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylen to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong there.
The Lakers in the lead. Cook looking it over. Pass to Howard. The baseline jam. It's hauled in by Cornette. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Dunn to Young. And the Bulls with another miss.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Levine. 13 points in the game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Five on the clock. Three-pointer. No good that time. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Caldwell Pope. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Howard. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard. From outside the arc.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man and plays with active hands.
The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. The pass to Kuzma. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And the three off target.
Defensive breakdown. And they can't cap almost every time.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here is Cook. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Howard, the pass to Kuzma. Howard kicks to Cook. His first shot coming late. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the field.
Diacono is guarded by Howard. Passes to Arcidiacono. Jacks up a three. And that one is off. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Markkanen, he's checked in for Luke Cornett, and it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Levine. And the Lakers also making a change. James is checked in. Now, here's Kuzma. James outside. Howard with it. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Ball's not. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. And Young slams it home.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. James dishes to Howard. Kuzma, left side. Young with the steal. Pass to White. Goes up on the wing. And the shot is long.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And Chicago called for the foul. And coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances, LeBron James said he had to grow up early, take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. And ever since, he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin. He empowered trusted friends along the way.
Take a break.
He's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
And he makes the first. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, were you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Hackino. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The Bulls on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the stretch big man, Lauri Markkanen, very strong player on offense.
And I told you, Kevin, it's no secret. I like Markkanen best when he is a bit greedy, searching for a shot. I mean, sometimes I feel he can defer too much. But he has the skills to be a great scoring threat if he is playing aggressive.
And for them in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch four, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
First free throw is good.
But you got to be excited about Markkanen's future. I mean, he's a big man who can really shoot it and shoulder the offensive load.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Lakers trail by 3. Throws it up high, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And you see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
Markkanen kicks to Porter. Pass to Satoransky. here's Arcidiacono. No points in the game yet for him. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Markkanen. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Markkanen's got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago.
Now, when the mid-range J is going in, it helps Markkanen with this three-point shot, too, forcing defenders to respect both.
James finds Bradley. Stolen by Carter. Arcidiacono, the pass to Markkanen. It's good.
And this is the muscle you want to see. Markkanen showing signs of adding strength over time.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at. And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Bradley with the bounce pass. Green against Markkanen. Knocks it loose. And they double up LeBron. Lock at 6. Daniels from outside. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Oh, you gotta love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
Green against Porter. And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
And he knocks down the first one. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
Here's James trying to get open as Davis. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
Arcidiacono taking his time here.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
Shots good by Green.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Porter. Back to Markkanen. Connects from 3-point range. Markkanen's got 11 points in the quarter.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Now LeBron. He picked up 21 points in their last win against San Antonio. Davis against Satoransky. James, no good.
You know what the kind of competitor he is? I know he's a performance and with the score.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on JaVale McGee.
Well, Jim Boylen, he won the Chicago head coaching job after his interim stint. The fans were unsure of the hire, but the front office believes in him moving forward.
That one is off. And for Boylan, Chris, he's been a bit demanding on his roster.
Yeah, Kevin, it's going to be tough. He's tasked with molding this young Bulls core. I mean, the front office wanted a hard-nosed coach. They believe they found their guy with Boylan's approach.
Chris Dunn's checked in for the Bulls. And the second free throw, good.
You know, the versatility of Porter is huge. I mean, he's an outstanding perimeter defender, in addition also to being a proven scorer.
Now here's LeBron. He has 6. And yes, it's good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Bulls leading by 3. Markkanen kicks to Satoransky. And there's the pass to Dunn. Porter looking it over. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Lakers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game.
Here's Dunn, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Inside. Here's Carter. Here's Markkanen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Becoming more confident on the block. When Markkanen goes strong like this, he earns these fouls.
A championship standard in LA with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
That free throw good from Markkanen.
Well, with all the youth the Bulls had, the team wanted to bring in some veterans over the summer.
Yeah, and that's something that needed to happen, GA. I mean, the team had some room in free agency to fill out some leadership roles, but in Chicago, it's still a major market, and vets would love to come and play for the Windy City.
And Markkanen drops them both.
Yeah, and you got to count the poor health for the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury, Kev.
Now here's Bradley. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Passes it to Markkanen. Carter right side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the Lakers parting ways with their head athletic trainer from last season and hoping for more health this year.
Wow. Well, we all know it's a result-oriented business. I mean, luck can play a big role with injuries, believe me. Teams count on their training staff to keep players in the game.
The first one falls.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
Carter hits them both. Well, it didn't take long, Chris, before the Bulls started viewing Wendell Carter as their center for the future.
Yeah, about halfway through the season, he was on a short list of won't-be-traded players for the Bulls. It's not easy to find a big man that fits into the team as well as Carter does with the Bulls.
LeBron shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And he's going up for the alley-oop and the slam dunk by McGee.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Done outside. He dishes it to Porter. Carter outside. And then Carter with the jam.
Like to show of himself to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
James against Porter. Bucket is good.
And they've gotten away from the inside game this quarter. It was working well for them in the first. They should get back to that game plan. Work it inside and punish the D down low.
As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Satoransky.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Throw, no good for James. Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the court, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening, and thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a peg.
Now, here's Dunn. LaVine. Kuzma pulls it in.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight. Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
It's Porter outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Kuzma slams it in.
Wow, you see how fast he got off the ground? I love whenever Kuzma rises up to throw it down.
Pass to Porter. Bradley against Dunn. Young outside. Burnett. Here's Porter. Great Diet shot, and it's off the mark. The Lakers trail. On the wing, James. Back to Kuzma. Over Dunn, and Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got assist number 5 here tonight. Chicago's into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Young outside. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Away, and that one drops for him. Young's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He's finally got into rhythm here in the second. His shooting percentage has taken a nice jump.
The drive by James.
Oh, you see that? Oh, you love how a ferocious dunk artiste.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The pass to Cornett. Tipped away. It's stolen by Davis. 4-on-3 break. And a wide open look for James. Again, the Lakers.
This is the confidence that James has. He knows he can take and make this shot when given the chance.
And James making things happen for Los Angeles. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, I like their effort on the boards because a game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, I love that they were forceful at their offensive end. And they got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. A strong attacking mindset. I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Yes, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's Satoransky in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Orchestrating this offense, James, so crafty at distributing the rock.
Here's Satoransky. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. Here's Levine. McGee with the block.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
For Los Angeles, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
Both free throws good from Green.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Passes it to Satoransky. Now Levine, guarded by Bradley. The shot not fall. Great D that time from Green. Puts it up from 17. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist from Green. That's now 8 points for Avery Bradley. Bulls trail by 9. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
What a terrific penetrator. The speed of Levine is what makes defenders nervous.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Levine.
I mean, and when you think of Levine, I mean, his dunking ability comes to mind. I mean, he's proven to be an elite poster maker.
And so Levine nails both of them.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Pass to McGee. For Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Nice play, and you see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Now here's Levine. 15 points in the game. On the wing, Porter. And here's Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Davis.
No fear trying his luck inside. You know he has hops.
Great shooting for him at the foul line tonight, 7 of 7.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Satoransky against Bradley. Pass to McGee, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Porter. Good season for him last year. Last year averaged 14 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Now, here's Porter. 5 points in the game. Levine for 3, drills the three-pointer. Levine's got 19 points.
I mean, logs his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
Back to LeBron. Lets it go from 11. That shot off the mark. And the Bulls going the other way now.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
Oh, going high to throw that one.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Porter with a block.
Lockdown defense from Porter. He extends out beautifully to come up with these type of rejections.
The shot, no good. Great D that time from Davis. To the inside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist. And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
White is checked in for the Bulls. The Lakers also changing it up. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. And Cook subbed in for Bradley. White left side. Feeds it to Carter. Excellent D from Howard. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Carter kicks to Porter. Looking to end his cold spell, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, well, look, Porter is an athletic player, someone who forces contact on his way up.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Daniels is checked in for the Lakers. And Porter drops them both. The Lakers with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Here is Cook. White covering. To the paint. Here's Davis. Good work defensively by Carter.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now here is Carter, following the miss by Anthony Davis. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Rebound the Lakers. Howard's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Loads it up for Davis. Rebound by the Bulls. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Levine passes to White. Back to Levine for the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Levine's got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for the Bulls. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Now the pass to Daniels. Now here is Davis. Over Markkanen. That misses off the backboard. Outside White for the tie. Got a piece of it. Here is Cook. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Howard. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Porter finds White. Pass to Levine. Carter down low.
A solid start to his rookie year for Wendell Carter. Torres, he had to have surgery on his thumb, but he showed why he was drafted so high.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid 79%.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Carter.
Oh, and the potential Carter Jr. has is enticing. A multi-talented big who plays with the real competitive fire.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Chicago. Ryan Arcidiacono comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And the Lakers also making a change. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Anthony Davis. And it's tied up with that one.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Here is Cook. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
An aggressive defender. Carter Jr. also excels at using his physical advantages to turn shots back.
And for Carter, after being shut down, Chris, he said he couldn't wait for summer to start so he could improve.
I mean, that's the way the NBA goes, and you have to want to better your game the way Carter does to make it in the NBA. He showed just how much he can impact the floor in his limited time, and this team is excited about what he can do.
Here is Cook. Los Angeles with another miss. Levine against Kuzma. Levine deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Kuzma. And that one hits back iron.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
The first one falls.
Coming out of high school, Kuzma was a very raw player, but his development was fast and furious at the college level, and he continued to get better once he entered the NBA.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Luke Cornett comes in for Carter, and it's done in for Ryan Arcidiacono. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. So he picks up just one from the line that time.
A little bit shaky at the line there. I mean, he did the important part and got him in front.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard.
Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
And the Lakers call time here. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Numbers for Dunn.
How he did last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And you know, he'd love a bigger role, but he's trying to prove himself in the minutes he's getting right now.
Yeah, you're right, but he's putting in the work, and the results have been okay. He just needs to keep believing in himself.
Here is Cook. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kuzma kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Daniels. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Howard in the post. Goes back up. And Howard with the stuff.
Throughout his career, Howard has dominated the boards. The size, touch, and timing he possesses, just a lethal concoction.
There's the pass to Young. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. Markkanen, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Passes to Markkanen. There's the dish to White. Poke loose. And that one drops. White's got 6 points.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
Here is Cook. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He's looking for Howard and finds him. And that one goes long.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
He gets that one. Now it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Daniels. And here's Kuzma over Young. The rebound by Young.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of airspace. He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
Here is Cook. Dunn covering. Howard in the post. Markkanen on him. Howard misses. In the corner, it's Levine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Levine's got 15 points in just the second half. Here is Cook. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Caldwell Pope passes to Howard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injuries.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but
he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
Bradley's checked in for Cook. And both free throws good for Howard.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
Bradley against Dunn. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Daniels. From down in the low post, it goes. Daniels has got 5 now.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. Young dishes to Dunn. A floater, and it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defensive end.
For the lead. And the shot goes in. Daniels has got 4 points now in the quarter. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now, here is Young. 6 points for him. Shoots over Kuzma. Shot's good from Young. He's got 8.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Pass to Howard. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
And White kicks to Levine. Here's Dunn. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Daniels with it. Looking to get it going. And Howard finishes it off. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 12 rebounds. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Lakers lead by 1. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Green out there with Avery Bradley. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward position. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Now, here's Dunn. Following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. The pass to Porter. And found the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
And the length of Porter that time is a problem for the D, especially when he's close to the basket.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Porter drops them both. Here's Bradley. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Bradley. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Here's Caldwell Pope. Nice D from Porter. Chicago leading. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. McGee with the block. Here's Bradley. Rejected by Young. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. On defense here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And Bradley gets it to go.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Markkanen passes to Satoransky. The 10-footer. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
First one fall. The Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. James checked in for Caldwell Pope. Both free throws good from Green. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Markkanen. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Davis. Lakers leading by 3. Outside Bradley. Passes it to James. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, you got to be careful now, James. Always looking to get to the line whenever you can.
That free throw, no good.
Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron will probably never be able to escape it.
Ryan Arcidiacono now checked in for Dunn. He hits the second from the line.
They can live with the miss because it's a 2-possession game now. That's big.
Bulls trail by 4. Here's Arcidiacono. Carter left side. Satoransky Bradley. Shot clock at 5. Satoransky bounce pass. Arcidiacono. And the Bulls with another miss.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Arcidiacono. Pass to Satoransky. And nobody around. And again, unable to change momentum here. James looking it over. Pass to Davis. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Possession. And Satoransky kicks to Markkanen. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Now the feed to Porter. Gets the bucket and the foul. That's on LeBron James.
What balance from the veteran. Porter has gotten used to taking the hit and still converting.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The pass to James. Right side, Green. Lots of room. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Now here's Satoransky. He kicks it to Porter. Right through the cylinder that time, all net. Now just a 1-point Laker lead.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Bradley against Satoransky. Shoots over Bradley. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Davis kicks to James. Goes back up. And it's sent back by Carter. There's the call on James. And that'll be his third foul so far. Zach LaVine's checked in for Chicago. Carter finds Satoransky, and James picks up the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Fourth foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
Back to Markkanen, and the shot is good.
Capable of doing many. LaVine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
James, the bounce pass. Bradley against Markkanen. They kick it out to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Davis. Good work defensively by Carter.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Bradley with the ball for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. Dishes it to James. Down low. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Satoransky against Bradley.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Free throw good, LaVine. That one misses. The Lakers trail. Bradley passes to LeBron, and he makes that one. James has got 19 points.
And James, such a terrific interior scorer. Simple, under control, and on the money.
Now, Satoransky. And Davis sends it back. Here's Green, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
He's been a force inside. If they don't commit more bodies down low, he's going to keep destroying them in the paint.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off, and they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive, and boy, did he make them pay.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Jim Boylan's huddle. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's on Zach LaVine. White, he's checked in for Satoransky. Free throw drops for James. Bulls trail by 6. And here's White. Tied. LaVine dishes to just 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A superb athlete. I mean, you got to respect how Porter uses his long strides to get these calls.
Break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Porter drops them both. Lakers leading by 4. Outside Bradley. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Porter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. LaVine throws it down.
An absolute wrecking ball on the drive. I mean, LaVine is all about dunking it with authority.
And it's breadth of ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Their biggest lead of them was 9. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And the Lakers lead by 4. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And White kicks to Porter. Porter with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Back to Porter. 5 to shoot. Levine for three. That great D that time from Green. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
Whether he's driving, posting up, firing from deep, you know LeBron has it all. It's been a fantastic evening for him.
White against Bradley.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Good. Levine. It's stolen by Green. All alone. And Green slams it in.
That's a...
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah. Bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now here's White.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here is McGee. Kicks to Green. To the paint. Here's Davis. Oh, and he jams it right over Lauri Markkanen. Wow.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And that holds for Davis. So it's Chicago now, 11-point game. Outside. Stolen by McGee. Nice break, the Lakers. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Zach LaVine.
Yeah, McGee, he's made an awful lot of stops along the way in his NBA career, but he's been a productive player on just about every team he's played for.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. LaVine with it. .156 left in the fourth. Carter finds Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. And Porter, here we go. McGee with the block. Bradley to so with it. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 11 rebounds in the game. LaVine can't hit. They can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
God is good. LeBron's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers.
Oh, that's just amazing control from James right there. A superb ball handler for a guy his size.
Right wing. Here's White. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Now, here's Bradley. Here's McGee. Left side, Davis. Second shot opportunity. McGee trying to break free.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
White the pass to Carter. Gets it down to single digits.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Bradley with the bounce pass. And James gets it to go on the assist by Bradley. And the Lakers lead by 11.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but just wasn't enough.
Here's James. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody's rebounding and talking. So when we play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotion. That's all we asked. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.